What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to look into the company Corsair Gaming, ticker symbol CRSR. So for Corsair Gaming, ticker symbol CRSR, we're going to look at three main topics. Firstly, we'll have a brief overview of what the company actually does and their product offering. We will then have a look at some news and catalysts that will affect the price going forward. And thirdly, we'll actually have a look at their current share price to see are they over or undervalued at current prices. But two things just before we get into today's video. As always, firstly, I am not a financial advisor, so you need to do your own due diligence before investing any of your hard-earned money. And second of all, as always, if you're new around here, it'd be much appreciated if you consider subscribing to the channel, as we're currently on 948 subscribers. So it'd be brilliant if we get to the 1,000 subscriber mark within the next week or so. And with all that being said, let's dive right into today's video. One thing I always do, and it's very important when looking at any stock, is to always look at their website. Here you can see their kind of overall objectives and product offerings in a synopsis, which is very important. We can see here with Corsair Gaming, their overview or their main philosophy for their business model is we can see they implement the latest cutting edge technology so you can dominate your opponents and stand above the rest is their philosophy. Whether it's optimizing wireless performance using the most reliable components or innovating through software, Corsair is always looking for ways to help you perform at your peak so nothing stands in the way between you and victory. So we can see here that's their kind of main overview of why they are actually a product and what they're trying to obtain. So after looking through their overall website, it's quite apparent that one of their main focuses is on esports. And we can see up here on the top of their overall website that they focus on the following: gaming gear, streaming gear, PC components, gaming PCs and software. So certainly, especially throughout lockdown as well, a lot more people are gaming and a lot more people have a lot more free time to kind of especially play the Xbox, PlayStations, etc. because you can actually go out and do a lot of normal things. So companies such as Corsair Gaming are certainly reaping the rewards from lockdowns. So certainly from the outset, companies such as Corsair Gaming look very interesting. As before, probably not as much as I used, but I used to always enjoy gaming, and the vast majority, I'd easily say 60% 70% of people between the ages of, let's say, 8 to 20, 21 play games. So it has a huge target audience in my opinion, and it's kind of only scraping the surface of what potential gaming actually has, especially now that esports have become a thing as well, and they're kind of starting to become a lot more professional. For example, even real sports teams now are hiring kind of gaming pros to start representing their companies or sporting teams. So for me, esports in particular is certainly only at the beginning stage and it has a huge potential going forward. Another thing I really like about Corsair Gaming is their product offering and diversity. So again, I mentioned esports already, but it's not just esports, it's all other aspects and genres of games as well. We can see even below here the RPGs, MMOs, etc. So it has a huge target audience. Literally any demographic is a target audience for companies such as Corsair Gaming. They have stuff for the novelty kind of gamer and also for pros. We can see even here, just for an example, their gaming gear. They have everything from keyboards, headsets, mice, apparel, gear, etc. We can even go to their streaming gear for audio, lighting, streaming desks, etc. PC components, again, they have everything ranging from the basics to the advanced. Gaming PCs for the hardcore gamers as well. Software, they have a lot of different aspects which I really like. They're not just a one-trick pony as such. They really do have their hands in a lot of different baskets. So at the start of this month, there was good news for Corsair Gaming as they beat 4-quarter goals and they set a new price target for 2021. We can see here from investors.com that this California-based company's earnings adjusted 53 cents a share on sales of 556.3 million in December quarter, and analysts expected Corsair earnings of 46 cents a share. On a year-on-year basis, this company has rose 152%, while sales climbed 70%, and again, probably one of the main reasons why it climbed so much was probably due to lockdown as well. But we can see down below here that Corsair Gaming expect revenues of 1.8 billion to 1.95 billion, so they want an increase, and the midpoint of 1.875 billion would represent a 10% increase over 2020 sales, and analysts had predicted 2021 sales of 1.72 billion. So from these earning reports on an onset, should I say, they kind of look quite promising. However, following on from this positive earnings report, Corsair Gaming is currently trading at $35.83. We can see here on the 3-month chart, it's down 16.2%. If we go to the 1-month chart, it's down about 6.9%. And even on the 1-week chart, it's down about 8.15%. Now again, that's not just due to this company alone. The overall market is on a downward trend, so it is kind of following the overall market as such. However, that's quite surprising in my opinion to see companies such as Corsair Gaming, after a positive earnings report initially, and also because the lockdown is continuing, that their share price has fallen by 8% even in the last week. Now you'd start to wonder, one main concern that I would have for companies such as Corsair Gaming is after the pandemic, if they can keep up the same sales. For example, this is also, in my opinion, like an umbrella company in the winter. It sells a lot more umbrellas obviously when the weather is bad. However, during the summertime there'd be a lot less sold. But in terms of Corsair Gaming, this would have a lot longer effect. For example, if the pandemic finally lifts and the restrictions lift, there wouldn't really be any other time where people would be at home so much in the foreseeable future. However, after saying that, the Motley Fool begs to differ, and they believe that Corsair Gaming can continue their impressive sales even after COVID and lockdown is over. However, I beg to differ, but as a long-term investor, buying companies such as Corsair Gaming is in a sector just like the electric vehicle sector was a few months back, where it's still at its initial stages, and I believe that there's a lot of growth within the sector over the next 5 to 10 years for younger generations that are up and coming, and even for adults as well that actually play games, as there's actually a huge proportion of adults that play online gaming as well. So it's going to be interesting to see where this company is in the coming years, and I do feel that especially if companies like Corsair Gaming are down 16% over the last 3 months, and I do believe as a long-term investment, companies such as this have a lot of potential. So it might be a good idea as well. Again, this is not financial advice, and I'm certainly not a financial advisor. But in my own opinion, I might actually look into buying this company on the dip, as I believe as a long-term investment, it might be worthwhile. Stocknews.com made some very valid points as well in terms of this company. We can see they have the pros and cons. So they have the strategic acquisitions, that the company acquired Visuals by Impulse this month, and they provide professional design for creators on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook Gaming, etc. Certainly huge platforms there, so that's going to be only of added benefit to the company down the line. You can also see that I mentioned at the very start of this video, their consistent product innovations, and I believe that they have a very good product offering, and they really do have everything for every target audience within this kind of sector as well, so it's very promising to see. As I also stated, they have impressive recent financials, especially off the back of the Q4 earnings report for 2020. And also they make the point of a con that the bleak outlook for post-pandemic scenarios. I mentioned this, that obviously once this pandemic is over and lockdown is lifted, that a lot less people will have time to kind of spend on gaming, and they won't be at home a lot more because a lot of people will go back to work and working in their office instead of working from home. So I do believe that that's going to be certainly a huge strain on the company, but I do believe, especially because the sector that it's in, that has a lot of potential in the long term. So with all that being said, that kind of brings the end to today's video. I just wanted to give my 2 cents on Corsair Gaming. We had a look at their product overview and product offering. We also had a look at their target audience and also some main catalysts and news articles over the past few weeks. And we also had a look at their 3-month chart and even their current share price to see, in my opinion, if they were over or undervalued. In synopsis or summary, I certainly will be looking into this company as a potential investment. However, I'll see how their current value is going over the next week or so. And if I am going to buy in, as always, I'll only be starting with a small position, maybe 1 or 2 shares, and kind of see where it goes from there, and kind of buy on the dip if I am going to continue investing within the company. Companies such as Corsair Gaming as well, in my opinion, are brilliant in terms of diversification within your portfolio, as it's certainly a unique stock that offers a lot of other things that majority of stocks do not offer. So certainly it's definitely a stock to consider for any portfolio. If you found this video anyway helpful or interesting, as always, it'd be much appreciated if you consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already. And if you could like the video as well, it'd be much appreciated. If you have any questions, comments, queries, or suggestions, please don't hesitate to comment below, and I'll be sure to get back to you as quick as I can. Also, if you have any other stocks that you would like me to look into, please comment below and I'll be sure to do so. Thanks very much guys, enjoy the rest of the weekend, and I will see you all in tomorrow's video.